Hello everybody, welcome to Bear Beer Reviews. For tonight's little review we have a beer that was really kindly donated to me by a customer at Checkers. We had a really long chat about beers and everything under the sun, pretty much that you could ever talk about beers and about the way things are going. So he gave me this little fellow here. This is Broughton. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce the name of your brewery. This is 6.2 IPA, which is hopped with Chinook, Columbus and Cascade. So 3 nice little American hops there. It says on the back that it is 3/4 of the way to extremely bitter and halfway between not malty and extremely malty. It says, are you a hophead looking for hops? Did I hear hops? Aye, hops. This beer is loaded with Pacific Jade, Chinook, Cascade, and Columbus hops. Ooh, so it's Pacific Jade as well. Interesting. Using quadruple the hops of a typical IPA, this beer is sure to give you the blast you're looking for. Hell yeah. Nice. That sounds pretty good, hey? 6.2 IPA brings new and old worth brewing together. Must be world, it's supposed to be brewing together with classic rich British malt and North American flavour packed hops. 6.2 IPA has a chestnut brown colour, citrus aroma, and delicious biscuit bitter aftertaste. Be careful, it drinks easier by the sip. So cool. Awesome. Sounds really good. Sounds interesting. We were talking about hot bombs and how we liked them, so go figure. He's brought me a little hot bomb from where he lives up in the borderlands. So let's pull this out and see what we have. I must say, I've never heard of the brewery before, but I'm more than willing to try something new, especially when it's gifted to me. It's really kind, very, very kind. And obviously we have a similar passion in beer for hoppy things, so it was really nice to see something different, something I've never had before. And probably won't have the chance to, because it's very hard to find some good small-scale breweries. Sometimes they just pass under the radar, and I do tend to do a lot of foreign and American stuff anyway. So here we go. It is indeed a wonderful little chestnut brown colour here, maybe just kind of a dark copper. Wonderful and clear. It's clearly artificial carbonate, which is cool. Tons of carbonation in it. Nice amount of head. It's sticking around, and could possibly do a bit of lacing later on as well. We shall see. So let's get in there for a good old nose. Oh yeah, there is some citrus in there, alright. There's a nice little bit of sweet orange going on. There's a nice little amount of caramel in it as well. I can certainly smell the malty sweet notes going on. I'd almost say it smells like a little bit mango-y. Like a sweet tropical fruit note going on. But there's a huge amount of like juicy, super juicy oranges going on. Seems to be really balanced along with the malt as well, because I'm getting the nice sweetness through, but I'm also getting that kind of hop character. So quadruple the amount of hops. Sorry, I should have mentioned this is 6.2. You probably guessed by the name, but quadruple the amount of hops from a normal IPA. I'm assuming it means their own normal standard IPA, which is pretty cool anyway. So hey ho, let's get in there. Cheers, everyone. Wow, yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. And as I was saying, despite having 4 times the normal amount of hops, it's still pretty much, oops, press the button on my keyboard, still pretty English in style in the fact that it's still relatively balanced. And first of all, you get a sweet caramel and toffee, this lovely sweet malt note right at the beginning, and then it really quickly dries up, as you can tell when we're talking. It dries up really quickly, and those hop flavors just kind of burst on at the back end of it. It has quite a floral note, actually. There's definitely grapefruit, that kind of pithy, citrusy note. And, you know, maybe towards the beginning of that flavour, you get that kind of sweet orange I got on the aroma. And then it gets really quite floral towards the back. And as it described on the bottle, you get like this kind of nutty, malty, yeah, bready and biscuity malt note that kind of, there's definitely bitterness in this, because I can feel it, I really can feel it, but that malt note kind of just sticks along, holds on for the ride. English style IPAs ain't my kind of favourite style of beer. I like IPAs to be like total hot bombs, West Coast IPA style, you know, American IPA is really out up my street. But this one's pretty darn good, to be honest, pretty darn good. There is like that malty, sweet note. This bready, nutty, caramelling toffee, quite complex actually, the more I think about it, note running through it. But there's just enough hops to kind of like push through that and make it assertively bitter. and have a nice hop flavour in it, it's certainly up there. It's certainly kind of one of the more thought through English style IPAs I've had. I like the fact it's 6.2. They are going there and they're putting the ABV out there. And in terms of English beer, it's very high ABV. I like that. If you're going to do a proper English IPA, it's got to be strong. It just has to be. None of these 4%ers, please. It just doesn't sit with me unless it's a session IPA or a super hopped low ABV beer, in which case cool. But this is really nice. I quite like it. As I said, the style's not hugely my favourite, but I'm going to give this a nice 8 out of 10, I think. It's certainly nice. I'm enjoying it. I'm really appreciating the fact that I got this bottle from someone who's clearly thought he'd really like this, and this is from where I'm from, so it's really cool. And I'm really going to enjoy this, actually. So thank you ever so much. It's got a nice 8 out of 10. If you see it around, if you see it on cask or maybe on keg, or if you see it in bottles, it's certainly worth a little shout. Let's give it a try. It's a lovely tasty beer, holds no punches, is what it is, pretty good. So please like, favourite, comment and subscribe. Lots of carbonation. And until the next baby review, cheers everyone.